I'm unwrapping the present, 2020.48.26. Okay, a little update on the install. It says unwrapping present 2020.48.26, finishing update, driving disabled, do not drive until complete. So we're in that last home stretch. The heat's back on. Definitely some heat coming from the climate control fan. I don't believe that my seat heater's turned back on, which is fine. My butt was getting quite toasty. Okay, so the update is finito. I believe it's restarting. Wow. It's still loading everything up. Driving visualization improvements. We got that. Boom. We got that nice new view. It's a lot more... It makes a lot more sense at a glance to see where you got to click for the charge port, the trunk, and the frunk. I do like that it's from a driver-specific perspective. Okay, so let's read through this. Release notes improvements. Now I've got improved browsing and access. To view current previous release notes, tap Controls, Software, Release Notes. All right, so this is part of 2020.48.25. What else do we get? Driving visualization improvements. The instrument cluster has been refreshed. Autopilot set speed, autopilot availability, and detected speed limit are now displayed next to the driving speed. Additionally, select items have slightly moved but will continue to look and behave the same. Scheduled departure improvements. Scheduled departure can now precondition your battery and cabin even when your car is unplugged. To account for different utility rate plans, you can now set the time when your off-peak rates end to save on charging costs. To access, tap Schedule from the climate control or charging panel when parked. Supercharger display improvements. Supercharger pins on your touchscreen will now display the number of available stalls at charging sites. Quickly search for nearby amenities by tapping on an amenity icon on the Supercharger pop-up display. Vehicle information. The Tesla T has been removed from the top status bar. Tap Controls Software for the same information. All right. So there are a few new features with the holiday update. One of them is Boombox. Entertain a crowd with your media player when parked. You can also adjust the sounds your car makes. Please check local laws before used. Boombox. Entertain a crowd with your media player when parked. You can also adjust the sounds your car makes. Please check local laws before use in public spaces. Add up to 5 custom sounds. Connect the USB with a directory named Boombox. So let's just give this a go. It actually plays it outside. Wow, that's pretty loud. That's awesome. All right, so we've got fart, posh. Well, I never. Goat. Applause. Ta-da. Wow, that's great. But it's pretty impressive how loud it is coming through the I think that's my favorite one. Okay, a cucaracha, and then driving sound. So this would be, wow, it actually makes that sound while you're driving. That's incredible. Snake jazz. Polynesian elevator music. I should really roll down the window.
When a humble bard graced a ride along with Geralt of Rivia, along came the
Toss a coin. Got rainforest, so while you're driving, and then rock and roll while you're driving again. Harp. Oh, that's quite nice. Ice cream. Merry-go-round. Caribbean. Nice. So that gives you an idea of those driving sounds. For the summon sound, you can do the same thing. I think for summon, if anyone's used it, the coconuts is probably the most appropriate because that's about how fast it'll actually feel like you're moving. So that is pretty excellent. Let's also just take a notice of the new UI here. We've got that view that the full self-driving beta testers have had when they park their car. Obviously, when they start to move, then they move into that kind of beta vector space for full self-driving. What happens here is that once you shift in to drive, you end up getting all the same UI elements over to the top left pushed over. But you do still maintain the driving preview and visualizations in this small, like 1/3 pane. The actual speed limit is way closer to the top left corner along with all the different gear selections. But you don't have, when you're engaging in the autopilot, you don't end up having the screen pushing over all the way to 2/3 with the visualizations. You end up just still having the map here, navigation, and then this 1/3 pane for your driving visualizations. So I think mostly we got the Boombox feature, which is so cool. And this is what it looks like when you shift into gear. Pretty cool. Some better visualizations. We're about to see a ton of bins. All right, let's turn on Jingle All the Way.
Run, run, Rudolph, Rudolph, leave you far behind.
Okay, everyone, thanks for sitting through the upgrade with me. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their 2020 and on to a better and brighter year. Take care.